So, I mean, no, honestly, the season's going to be approaching very quickly. So, and college is going to get, in full speed ahead very soon. So,
Some tell me we're not going to even in like conference play. It's not going to end well. Just like I think there's going to be just as many cancellations, bro.
I think they see I don't know. I don't even know that saying. They're like they see it's like frickety frack. They see the destination, right? Is with the pandemic, like first person in the United States getting like vaccinated today. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why I put that in quotes, but they see like over the horizon, like okay, we're almost there. So I think there's going to be some underhand things to keep things going because like they're like, oh, we made this far, we're going to keep pushing this thing. And I haven't heard talk about the NCAA tournament being in like the bubble anymore in Indianapolis, but that definitely was a thing they were talking about 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't financially, I think it's going to be really hard for any bubble to come up because did you notice like there was a lot of bubble talk before the season started, and then those just fizzled out, and then ESPN was supposed to do a bubble, and then like there wasn't even like a follow up. It was just it's not happening no more. Like I don't know what's going on in the contract talks, but
the most recent game, University of Kansas, they had fans in the stands against Creighton.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, y'all smoking that dust. So I was like, y'all like, sure. They were doing too much. But once again, they're probably most schools are doing too much. Question: how's Iowa number 3 in the country?
Luka Garza.
Great. Yeah, Iowa. Luka Garza is like averaging almost 30 a game right now. Like, but they've also played bums, and then they have what is it Bohannon, and I can't think of the other dude, but those are probably like 2 of the 10 best shooters in the country right now, and they're just chopping everything, bro.
They have
30. Like, can you imagine averaging 30 points in a game? That has to be like the most satisfying thing in sports, right?
Yeah.
If you win,
he has a point. No, literally, you're supposed to be focused on winning here, right? So just
I mean, I don't know. I'm talking about this one thing because Kyrie don't average 30. Like when you average 30, that's a very let's say the NBA. That's a very small group of people. Like that's a very small group of people. Generally, they do win something. They win championships, but they win, right? They get to the playoffs, whatever. But like that has to be so satisfying. They're like, how much are you averaging? 30.3. Well, I'm killing it. Like that's so nuts to me, man. That's wild.
But my understanding is they have a really, really good offense, but their defense leaves something to be desired.
Yeah.
So
that boy Luka Garza cannot move whatsoever in transition. That boy has lead feet. Like it's so good in the half court, but the minute you tell that boy to run, it's bad.
But also a lot of the games that I'm interested in watching keep getting canceled. This is like on the lower end of them, but like I caught a Morgan State game. I think they played Iona, right? Last week, like Tuesday or something.
Yeah.
And they basically controlled the game. And I'm like, wait, is Morgan State kind of fun to watch? So like I've been waiting to catch another game of theirs, but the 2 games they were gonna play after that, like, have both been canceled.
Yeah.
The one that was gonna be like Saturday, I think, and then like the Navy game is canceled. I think it's gonna be Wednesday. But it's not just like Morgan State. It's just lots of teams. Gonzaga and Baylor, for example, a lot of the men's games. The women, most of the women's games, a lot of like women's games seem to be going off more smoothly, I guess, or at least they haven't been canceled as much for better or worse.
Yeah.
Like Baylor's women's team is really good as usual. Like if you watch one women's team this year, from what I can gather, and I still haven't watched UConn, Like you need to watch Baylor.
Yeah.
They're big, athletic, and skilled.
Also, Didi Richards has probably one of the best stories in the NCAA this year after what was this, like a spinal contusion where she couldn't walk like a couple months ago, and now she's just eating
Oh,
young
she's a
ladies
problem.
on the court, bro. Like she's nice.
Yeah, she's a problem.
Yeah.
Not
Um,
after that spinal contusion though.
Yeah. Her and another teammate ran into each other. Like
Dang.
at practice, like full
See,
speed. And it was really bad.
That's why I don't hustle.
Hey,
um,
that's the only way I was getting on the court. So sorry.
Ramen. Okay, I see you, dog.
Bro, I was athletic. That's all I had, bro.
You were athletic. It was weird.
like, caught Grambling women who like embarrassed Louisiana Monroe's women's team because
Yeah.
apparently they don't have anybody who can dribble worth anything. Like I don't, and it baffles me because it's just like you're a D1 basketball team. Everybody else has point guard that can dribble up the floor, and even if they don't, they like can pass. That's the entire point of a press break. Like it was like Gremlins like deep bench riders were getting in the third. Like it was over early.
Yeah, right. That goes to show you the talent dip between mid-major and low major. And I know they're both low majors. So
Grambling State's mid-major.
what'd you say?
Grambling State's mid-major.
Mid-major? Since
I
when?
think I think
SWAC is mid-major.
well, okay, for categorizing purposes, I think most HBCUs, in general, they tend to be categorized low major.
Yeah.
Not always, but as a group.
And I refuse to call you a mid-major if the last time you let me pull this up so I don't look stupid. But if the last time you've made the NCAA tournament was when I was a teenager, I don't want to really talk to you about basketball.
You're not old, man. What are you talking about?
I'm 24, bro.
Yes, that's not old, man.
I'm not saying I'm old. I'm just saying I don't want to talk to you about being a mid-major.
You're a teenager 4 years ago.
In fairness,
it's a
most
teenager.
teams didn't make it
5 years ago.
like most teams didn't make it then.
Yes,
Like in that time.
that's a horrible metric. That's a horrible metric, Alan.
Okay, we're about to pull up the numbers, and if it's been like a
Question.
decade
No.
since they've been here, I don't want to talk. I don't consider them a mid-major.
So, Lehigh's not a mid-major?
You said what?
Lehigh is not a mid-major?
I'm not going to say nothing about that because their assistant coach follows me, so I'm going to be very nice and say they are.
So, Norfolk is not a mid-major?
Okay, I got to shut up on Grambling State. They made it in 2018. I've been wrong before. It's whatever, yeah.
Because like enjoying that logic, like Hampton's a mid-major according to that logic. Whatever happened to that dude at Howard this year? How's he doing?
He got
hurt, right?
talk about this. I think he got sidelined with like a groin injury.
Hey, never mind.
Yeah, and that happened.
Like,
he was trying to play through it the first couple games, but they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna sit you, not play it, like not gonna aggravate this. And like his teammates, they have potential, but they're hot garbage. If we're honest,
dang, Colin, they have potential.
MEAC, baby.
It's an oxymoron.
No, here's the thing. You can have potential to be really good and not be really good right now.
Yeah.
But you didn't say that. You said hot garbage, and there's no way you go from hot garbage to really good, unless you're like in elementary school.
They can get I can see them like getting a lot better. But like I feel like something that's affected all teams though, and it affects teams like Howard, and like Georgia because of all the transfers and whatever. But like teams that have like a lot of new people, it's going to like that not being able to like play those like scrimmages and whatever prior to the season, those exhibition games, I think has affected the quality of basketball we've been seeing like early this season in general. And like that's aggravated a little by like I have no idea what's going on with the reffing in general, but like I think a lot of it for like a lot of teams is that they didn't get to have those reps early to start shoring up various issues that would have come up as soon as you play a scrimmage game or what have you. Um, Leading to like collectively uglier basketball.
Yeah.
Being more pronounced with some teams than others. But yeah. And now that I think about it, probably affecting the men more than the women because there's more turnover with the men's game.
Yeah. All right. In other news, I'm gonna keep this short for college basketball reasons. This might be the worst Kentucky season that we have seen in a very long time. Like, you know how usually they figure everything out by February? I don't think we're going to get that this year. Like, I think they're going to look much better in February, but I don't think the boys going to play enough games to, do something special. They might have to win like the SEC tournament to definitely be locked in for whatever happens, unless they just
New Orleans Noel year, huh?
It's okay. It is going to be really weird because they're going to have like possibly like possibly 3 lottery picks, depending on how Jackson really like comes along. If he starts like shocking people and like their defensive numbers, like on-off numbers, get better, I think he might sneak into the lottery with Brandon Boston and Terrence. I forget that man's name. I know it's Terrence.
I've heard Duke's been looking kind of rough too.
You said who?
Duke has been looking kind of rough compared to.
Yeah, I refuse to give Duke any credit. Terrence Clark, that's his name. So Duke, full of scrubs.
Yeah, we talked about Duke last week.
Yeah.